According to some speculations by the Nigerian media, that Simon Ekpa is passing a very horrible situation, being subjected to one of the worst horrible prison in the world in Finland. That he's been treated as an outcast, and it is a very horrible state. Would you agree with such a propaganda? Finland being one of the best freest nation on the surface of the earth.
I am Mr. Paradeni Okokondem. I thank God Almighty for what He have done for us. I thank Him for the life. You see, if Simon Ekpa will be subjected in the worst prison in the world in Finland, then what of Nigerian prison? What of Nigeria prison? Is Nigeria prison heaven on earth? What of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria prison? If Simon Ekpa in Finland, a whole Finland, we have the worst prison in the world. What of Nigeria? Nigeria prison is in the air. The best prison in heaven and earth, Nigerian prison.
More better than Finland prison.
That's what I'm telling you. They could go and ask Nnamdi Kanu what he's passing through. Ordinary detention cell in Nigeria, you will see 50, 60 people in 12 by 12 room in detention. Eh?
It's just one solitary confinement.
Confinement. Okay. Nigeria have the best prison where their prisoners are feeding well and the people that are in free world are dying in hunger. That's the best prison in Nigeria. Then Nigeria is jubilating. Simon Ekpa is in the worst prison in the world in Finland that are developed more than Nigeria. Finland that have 24 hours life. Finland that their citizens have free medical access. They have free education. They have good roads. They have good government.
The best life expectancy.
Eh? Then Nigeria that is swamping and shoveling can't have better prison where Nnamdi Kanu is staying, where other prisoners are staying. And Simon Ekpa is languishing in the worst prison in the world in Finland. What type of propaganda is that?
That is a very cheap one because it does not add up. Even the worst prison in Finland could be better than even the Asarok.
The worst prison in Finland, carry the president to put there, he will relax. He will be feeling at home.
You even have the best. You don't have to travel for medical checks.
You'll be praying that let him stay there forever. Then you say Finland have the worst prison. Okay, Finland, look at the rate Nigeria rate to you now that you are the worst country in the world. Look at the rate Nigerian medium papers, Nigerian medium outlet telling you now that Finland is one of the worst government nation in the world by having the worst prison in the world. Have you seen it? I mean, when you want to say something, say what the people will hear and apprehend it. Say what people will hear and try to find out whether it's truth or false. Then you will say what people will know exactly that is false. Who will believe it?
Allegedly, it is quite unfortunate and very laughable, honestly, because no one will just agree with such a narrative.
Yes, somebody may be in detention. But tell me that is the worst detention or worst prison. Who will believe it? Unless those Nigerians who are not wise, wherever they push them, they go. Wherever they push them, they go. That is why every government will rise up in Nigeria and use Nigerian masses as a foot rag, as a foot match.
Even those thinking they are walking free in Nigeria, they are in the worst prison. They are being caged, silenced, having no right to good living, amenities, basic amenities, good working conditions, and all the rest. Where you have more than 133 or more million Nigerians abjectly poor. What kind of prison could be more worse than that?
If you watch Nigerian nation as a whole, Nigerian nation as a whole is a wide prison. It's a wide prison that the content has citizens
In confinement.
in confinement. Only the few ruling class that are the free people, which they are the law enforcement agent, because anybody that is in free Nigeria, I'm not when I say law enforcement agent, not the people that wear uniform, but everybody in the corridor of power is a law enforcement agent in Nigeria. Anybody who have to say is a law enforcement in Nigeria, and they will force their law onto the masses to obey, and by caging them with one nonsense promise or the other. In the time of politics, they come and give you one stupid word that you follow them like a sheep to the slaughter without any resistance. Then they will come out, and that's why they have anything right to write whatever they have in paper, to give you whatever news they want, because they know that you have no to say. Ah, someone is in the worst prison. Every Nigerian will agree, so that tomorrow nobody will rise up to agitate for his own freedom. That's what they're doing.
They prefer the chains of the oppressors than breaking out of the chains and shackles.
Not only agitating for separation, but agitating for whatever that is good. They are trying to put you into fear, tell you that the people that started before, where are they? This is why they kill in head sacks, to make sure nobody in Nigeria rise up, rise up to agitate for what is good. Not only secession. This is what they tell you, say, this one is in the worst prison. Even in abroad, we can walk you anywhere you are. We can get you. That's what they're trying to prove.
I think you are right, because those who were killed in Lekki Toget weren't asking for secession. They were just asking for good governance and dividends of democracy for the people, and they were killed in the worst horrible state.
Eh? So what they are taking them, they can to give you example, taking someone to give you example, taking answers to give you example, taking end governance to give you example, that you don't have right to talk. And if you don't have the right to talk, are you not in the prison?
But the truth that Samuel Ekpa is not in a prison, because the case, whatever, has not been established against him.
He cannot be in a prison, but he can be in detention awaiting trial. Let us agree on that. Whether in prison, whether in detention or awaiting trial, you cannot take Finland on to compile Nigeria own. And now Nigeria are happy. So what they want to put into the masses, into the masses, that you cannot talk, you cannot ask for your right, you cannot rise up and say this is good, this is not good. You cannot do it. So all these, and we are talking of corruption in Nigeria. Do you know that Nigerian media are one of the corrupt institutions in Nigeria? One of the worst corrupt institutions in Nigeria. Nigerian mediums, because they've never tell the truth. They were always feeding the masses with wrong information, which is too bad. Which is too bad. So good at all at all. So let everybody debunk that the propaganda that someone is in the worst prison in the world, in the Finland. Let nobody put that one in mind. It's just ordinary made propaganda to knock, to destabilize the people that will rise up tomorrow to agitate for whatever that is good.